Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live here, Sacramento, California. Hard Times Billiards for the West Coast Challenge NAPT Ladies Division 1 10 ball. We have Veronique taking on Rachel in a race to 7. They are just getting underway. If you are just joining in, my name is Grant, sitting beside the one, the only Ben Franchise Francis.
Morning, everyone. Or afternoon, depending where you're tuning in from.
We are locked, we are loaded, we are ready to rock and roll. Going to be a great day of pool today.
This is a B-side match in the 5th, 6th spot. We'll have a match on the other table as well. We'll switch back and forth. Let you guys watch a little of both.
Congratulations, everybody. I'm making it to Sunday, 11 a.m., so let's get started.
Chris with his usual Sunday announcement. Very good.
Well done, well done.
If you guys have never made it out to one of these events, Chris runs a great tournament.
He really does.
He's one of the best in the business as far as tournament directors go.
Very, very proficient.
Yeah, very professional. Always shows up with his dress pants and his dress shirt, dress shoes, and ready to go.
Indeed. And guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out. Smash that share button. It's Sunday.
I know there's
It's
a
pool day.
lot of pool going on today, but
There is.
share it up for us. Looks like a push out from Rachel there. Smart shot. And we actually might see Veronique give this back. This is kind of a tricky little shot if she's going to try to thin the right side of the 1 and use the 6 for cover.
Very impressed with Veronique's game as of late.
Yeah, that was such a tough shot.
Yeah.
I think she should have gave that back.
Yeah, really tough to control that.
She didn't sell out too much. That's the 2 right near the middle of the table, so
Does the 2 split between 8-7?
it sure does.
You get the bird's eye view of that.
The problem is she's on the wrong angle on this 1. The cue ball's going towards the 3. She'll need to control this well. So she just played the safe, smart shot.
Oh, well done.
Didn't get behind the 3 like she intended, but she got the
No.
1 ball safe.
She sure did.
But
That's fairly easy kick off this bottom rail.
well, you might be able to make this in the side. You might just be able to make this 10 in the side here. She's going to
actually
call it.
Yeah, I get to see a bird's eye. Wow, is that ever close?
The
Almost dead wired. I think it's a little off the inside horn.
Well, I don't think it'll matter because she's not going to hit it.
She's not going to hit square.
No, there's almost no way to hit it that square. I think she'll overcut it. You'd have to load this up with left spin just to hit it square. And then that pocket is like super, super small from that angle.
It really is. And, well, we've seen these pockets spit balls out all weekend.
She played that with good control.
She
Controlled
really
the 1
did.
ball nicely and
Yeah.
froze her up on the 10. She can't see around this. She's going to have to kick, and I'm not sure how easy that even is.
Absolutely. And good afternoon, Brian, Patrick, Eric. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Let's see. She might need to use multiple rails here. I don't think she can see just 1 rail.
You go off the bottom rail, splitting between 5, 7. Down 2 rails this way.
Yeah, 2 rails. The way Grant's saying is go off the bottom rail right near the middle diamond and then go to the side rail just like this. Oh, she didn't miss it by much. It's a great effort.
It was. She hit that good.
So we'll see how long it takes these ladies to settle in. The last couple days we've seen it take a few games. Tables play tough. They can sort of play games with your head a little bit, so it takes at least 1 or 2 games to settle in. Veronique's going to get the first chance to settle in. All the balls lay real nice here.
They really do.
4 to the 5 will probably be the key shot here. She needs to go up and down a couple times, which is never ideal, but
Hey, good morning, Lou. How are you? Thanks for tuning in again.
she's just going to want to make sure she has lots of angle on this 4. It's better to have too much angle here than not enough.
Yeah, not enough, you'd be in trouble.
Well, and she'll have to make sure she gets angle on the 5 as well. Because she'll need to go all the way back up for the 6.
Yeah. Up and down a couple of times.
Marvin, welcome from Georgia. We are following along the YouTube chat as well, guys, if you're on there. Comment along. We'll try to keep you entertained. So this is a key shot right here, getting good angle on the 5.
Don't chip that 7.
She's going to be real close to this 5 ball and jacked up over the 7.
Still could work.
She's going to need the rest here or the extension for her cue. I think she's reaching for the rest. The rake.
The bridge.
The bridge. The bridge rest rake.
Hello, Mandy. And guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out. Hit that share button. And if you happen to be tuning in on YouTube, you can also share that link on your personal Facebook page. Going to be a really, really good day. There's only 6 players left in the event. 4 on the B side, 2 on the A side.
Yeah, the winners of these 2 matches, we'll switch you guys over and watch the other table after this rack, but there's another match going on. They'll play each other, the winners of these. And we'll have the A side final between Eleanor and Melissa. Oh, I guess she rubbed the 7, shooting over it, and then the cue ball came close enough that it's a foul.
Impeding ball foul. And that's also one of the things that we've seen all weekend.
They call that on themselves. I love it.
Yeah.
Opponent doesn't even have to flinch, which is refreshing to see. Oh no, she majorly mishit that one.
She did. She might still have the edge of that 6 ball.
That's sort of what I was talking about with settling in. Usually takes a couple games to sort of settle into the speed and the way the cue ball grabs the object ball. So,
Well, she still has that 6. She can still cut it, but it is shooting from downtown.
yeah,
She wanted to make that a lot closer than what it is.
I'd be trying to find a 2-way here. Try to get the cue ball 2-way. She cuts it right in the heart, but that 8's going to be huge.
Yeah. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, she's going to have to go for the jump cue here if she has one. She could kick this, but I think the jump is the correct shot. Give you the highest percentage of making the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I would think a player of her ability has a jump cue in her bag.
I would think. She's only 22 years young, but she plays extremely well.
Yeah, this is the first time we've had the pleasure of watching her play, but she's a fantastic shooter. Those colados are just the best, aren't they? I think they just brought in 24 donuts.
No way.
I'm pretty sure that's what she brought. Emmeline and Eleanor. Well, not worst case scenario. She's left it a little bit tough. This is what we call shooting into a blind pocket. So your eye is looking the complete opposite way of the pocket. Can make these shots a little bit tough.
Yeah, a lot tough.
She might actually just play safe here. The
That
safe,
is definitely a good option.
yeah, the safe
Pop
freezing.
the 7, stay behind the 9.
Yeah, the safe is, there's a few different ways to play this. You could draw behind the 10 as well. The easiest way is just stick behind the 9 here.
Oh, she leaked out.
Wow, she well overhit it.
Yeah.
Not bad though. She's
Still a containing safety.
Contained her opponent, exactly. So I think you have to flick the right side of the 7, go 2 rails, and try to use the 10-9 for cover. It's be pretty unlucky if you left a shot on here after playing this. Not too many windows to be had there. She's got other plans.
Looks like she wants to do it. Oh, she did do it kind of the same way you suggested. Again, just a containing type of safety.
She just underhit it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it'll take them a game or two to settle in here, figure out the speed. Patrick's watching on Facebook and YouTube. We're still having some connection problems in here, so just bear with us. If it cuts out a little bit here and there, it will resolve itself. And it's not on your end. It's on the Hard Times end. We're just running on the Wi-Fi in here, so we're at the mercy of the Wi-Fi connection.
And typically when I see that, I want to Hulk smash it, but then it wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, then it won't work at all. Looks like we got Bernie's.
Look at that.
That's a great shot.
Veronique, it is Sunday and the banks are open for that young lady.
You guys want a donut? What kind of donut?
Ben is correct.
Okay.
What you got over there? Chocolatey?
A yeast donut.
Okay.
Or there's like a devil's food. It's like a cake donut with chocolate glaze and chocolate chips on it. I think it's still in there.
I'll just have the other one.
Okay. Gotcha.
You rock.
You rock.
Told you those colados are the best.
They are awesome.
Come in
Ladies.
with 2 dozen donuts. Who does that?
And then comes over to us and says, hey, would you like one?
Yeah, they're the best.
Class acts all the way.
Gem of human beings, those two. Here we go. This is a Big 10 ball. First game's always big. Wow. She piered it.
Into the heart it goes.
I'll switch you guys over to watch this one quick.
Veronique draws first blood there.
And Bernie drew first blood over here. They're on the second game now.
Tries to use that 9. Just come up short, but I like her idea there.
Yeah, that was definitely the correct play. Underhit it just a little.
And had a really good conversation with Con. She's at the table right now. Had a good conversation with Con yesterday. Definitely a fan of the game.
Big fan of the game, absolutely. See her at these events with her camera out, taking pictures of everyone.
Yeah, she's
She
a big
loves
fan
it.
of Q Sports Live as well.
Well, she tried to punch that one in there, but she didn't have the whole pocket. Caught the horn.
Did she get the better of it, though?
She did not. Donuts, because it's too early for cookies, says
Right?
Patrick. It's never too early for either one of those
No,
things.
especially if Ben makes peanut butter cookies. Those are good at any time.
Yeah, those are really good for breakfast.
Morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime.
Pretty good shot there. She got the better of that one.
Does she have just the outside edge?
She
just
does.
the paint of one?
She does, but I don't know how much good it does her.
Yeah, there's really nowhere you can put it.
Well, I think you can hold the cue ball on the 8. So as long as you get the 1 to the rail, the 7 should cover the 1. She
Looks
looks
like she's massing a
yeah,
little bit.
she's massing. She might be just trying to make this ball.
Right, Ro? That almost sounded like I was doing a Scooby-Doo impression.
Right row.
But Ro is on.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Brownie Pan, Colado sisters.
Absolutely. Amazing young ladies.
So a pretty good shot from Con there, but she has left the edge for Bernie. We'll see what she does here. Looks like she's using the 10 ball for cover, but didn't quite get it. I don't know if this will go on the side, though.
It'll be close.
I think it does
I think
go.
it does, yeah.
It's a very tough shot. You're sort of hampered over the 8 just a little. Don't know if she can just flat stroke this. Yeah, she can. The 8's not quite in the way. That'll help.
Yeah, nice little roll-up shot.
That's well done. She made that look a lot easier than it was.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2 into the right side, a little bit of draw, maybe some left-hand spin on that. Touch off that top rail. 3 into the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, this will definitely require some left spin, which you saw. She didn't quite get as much left as she would have liked, but this is just fine.
Worked out. So 3 to the 4.
There's no 4 ball there.
Isn't that
3
the
to
4
the
down here?
3 to the 5.
That's the 8.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on the screen. You almost have to just look at the table every time to tell what balls they are.
Even then is sometimes tough.
Yeah, I struggle with the 4, 8, 6, especially on the screen. That's something we were talking about yesterday, and there are TV balls where the 4 is a lot lighter. Sometimes they even make it pink.
Yes. Which I prefer, because then I don't kind of misjudge my layout.
That's a lot of the reason Cyclops went with the colors they did too, is they're a lot easier to decipher on camera.
So again, nice little roll up here.
I think she's got to use a couple rails there.
Oh,
yeah,
she did. I thought she could have just rolled that up and played the 7 into the bottom left.
It's super tough to tell the angles from the screen here. She did well there. She hit that ball really good. And I think she's going to want to play this with draw so that she has angle on the 8. You could just roll this in, but then you bring that bottom left into play,
Yeah,
and you don't want to end up straight. So you just play this with nice draw to go to the middle diamond. Little soft draw. Extremely mishit that one. So we'll see if Khan can settle in. But Bernie's not going to discriminate on that. She'll try to bank this ball on the side.
Absolutely. Nice little hit and stick for the 8.
She hit that a little timid.
She did.
She hit it like she was trying to play a 2-way.
Yeah.
Where I think you just got to fire that one in.
Yeah, I think if she puts a little heat on that ball, it's going to straighten out and go in.
Yeah, exactly. She was just trying to hit it at a speed where she might get 2-way and leave it over on that side rail. But this is not easy for Khan. She needs to come with a really big stroke to draw all the way back. The 6-foot draw shot here. She tried to go around the world there, but I don't even know if that was going to turn out well.
Yeah, she tried to muscle that ball, and with how tight these pockets are, that's never going to be an easy shot.
Yeah, she never even threatened that pocket either. She well overcut that. And even if she hit it right in the heart and went 3 rails, she'd go into the wrong side of the 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think she had to play the draw, even though it was really tough. But Bernie's going to play this with inside English. No, she's going around to the wrong side of the 8 as well. I'm not a big fan of that. It's not often you can get a good look from that angle.
So are you going to punch this, excuse me, you're going to punch this 8-ball backup table, use the 10?
No, I'm going to thin it and leave it right where it is and send the cue ball up table and use the 10. And I think you can't go wrong with that shot. I think it always turns out at least containing if you don't get cover. But you're definitely not going to leave anything but a bank. And with the cue ball being so close to the 8, it's really easy to see the edge of the ball. Just like that. She did really well there. It's really well executed.
Yeah.
She actually might have the edge of this ball to try to do relatively the same thing.
Just thin the left outside edge.
Try to leave it where it is. A lot of distance here, though. Makes it a lot tougher.
Oh, she hit that perfect.
That's a really, really good shot. Even Bernie says good shot. Respect given. Angles and spin are Patrick's friend. Speed is hard to control. Well, let me tell you, these ladies know the angles and the spin and the speed control.
Yeah.
This is the little side to side. Use the 10.
Just a touch over hit, but still not terrible.
Yeah, as long as you get the cue ball to the rail there, it's a good shot. Because you never leave an easy pot. The only bonus for Con here is she doesn't need to play shape as long as she's not hooked on the 10. 9 ball's only a couple inches from the hole.
And we appreciate everybody tuning in here. And if you do happen to be in and around the Sacramento area, come on down.
Good shot.
Say hi. Come check out Hard Times Billiards. Say hi to Oscar Dominguez.
Oscar and Desiree just bought this place about 2 months ago.
And they seem to be doing well, because I'll tell you, you cannot get a table in here.
Yeah, it's a busy place Thursday through Sunday. Which is nice to see when the weather is so hot. I think people like the AC.
Absolutely.
I like what she does this quite often. If she's not comfortable, she'll stand up, reset, which is something not a lot of players do, including myself. I just get down there and bash at it when I'm not comfortable. Corey, yeah, sort of a pro event. They call it Division 1, so it's open. But there are at least 10 pros in this tournament. We're going to have a barn burner of an A-side final coming up around 1 o'clock.
That will be a really, really, really good match.
Eleanor Collado and Melissa Herndon.
No.
And that's why she stood up. She didn't like that angle.
She didn't. I think she needed to draw into that 10 ball.
And she doesn't make her shoot it, which I like. But technically you would have to spot that and shoot it. Here's a little view of the room here. Hard Times Billiards, Sacramento.
If you haven't got it on your bucket list, this is definitely one of the rooms that you need to come down and visit once in your lifetime. They have a separate tournament room, dual zone, climate control in the pool room.
Which is a really nice touch that you can have different temperatures in each room. So Veronique for the 2-0 lead as well. She has her own little...
See how her elbow is out like that with that bridge?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday.
It was.
That's the technique you want to use with the rest. Obviously, everyone has their own style, but there's recommended styles that give you the highest percentage.
And that is definitely the one.
That's the one with the elbow out to the side so that you're not going up and down. You're just going side to side. You don't want to be going up and down. Play a little baby draw here. Well done. Didn't need to do too much, so she didn't. And yeah, Patrick, this is a beautiful room. You are definitely one of the people that needs to come check out this room. You're
Absolutely.
a pool junkie. You'd love this place. Well done from Veronique there.
Absolutely. I'm so impressed with her game. We saw Veronique at the first NAPT event that we covered, and her improvement has been insane to watch.
Well, and like I said, we didn't get to watch her play before last year.
No.
But she actually won this tournament about 3 years ago when there's 105 players. So I don't know if she's improved. I think she was already really good, but we just didn't know it before
That could very well be.
because we didn't actually get to see her play much previous to when we first started covering NAPT last year. What's up, Jeff? From St. Edward. So we're back to Bernie and Con here. Con's going to try to get one on the board. All the balls lay pretty nice here.
Just rub that 3-ball a little. She didn't want that.
It's just a little bit timid there. Bit of a timid stroke.
And you've got to get fairly straight here. I don't know if I was a fan of that. I don't know whether she got there on that 4-ball. I think I would have tried to hold to go underneath, or sorry, on top of that 4. Put the 4 down to the bottom left.
I agree, yeah. I think it was too risky to try to go underneath and play the side shape. This kick is very available, though. I wouldn't put it by her kicking this ball in.
Well, she's definitely got the skill to do it. She's a very, very talented player.
It's so close to the hole, too. If you hit it relatively full, it's got a good chance.
Just like that. Look at that. In the heart with shape.
Nothing but net.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, Veronique's been playing high-level pool since the 90s for sure.
Yeah. I've just seen an improvement in her game from when we first started covering the NAPT last year.
I think maybe...
So maybe she took a break.
Yeah,
or
that's what
something
I was
like
going to
that.
say, was maybe she just took a little break or just wasn't practicing as much as she would have liked.
Yeah. But a massive improvement from when I first saw her last year.
Oh, where is she going here? Short side. Short side, perfection.
Short side 7. I've got this chocolatey donut staring me in the face right now.
Good shot there. Doesn't have to do too much here, but I think we'll see her play shape for the 10 in the bottom left.
I think so too. Nice little draw over.
Yeah, definitely come check it out, Patrick. Make sure you tell Oscar and Desiree that you heard about it through us, too.
Con looking to get one on the board here.
No scratch on that angle.
Nope. Put that into the heart of the pocket.
Got Jam Up Apparel in the house.
Mr. Smooth.
You can go check them out online. jamupapparel.com.
They do have a lot of different designs on their clothes. And definitely some of the most comfortable. I think we're both wearing Jam Up right now. And very, very comfortable.
So Rachel, she might be able to play the 1-3 combination here. I think that's what she's going to try. That is what she tried.
And she kind of got away with it there. By leaving the cue ball, 1 ball in a line.
Yeah, she got away with it a little, but Veronique's going to put her in jail here. Especially experienced, smart players such as Vero. You may think you slightly got away with it, but she knows all the shots.
Yeah, fairly simple safety back here.
There's a couple different ways to play this, and I think I like thinning it and sending the cue ball all the way up table. Create a lot
I
of
like that
distance,
idea
too.
Yeah.
You could just ship it and try to use the 6 for cover, but I like trying to create distance here.
And I like her going this way too.
I feel like there's more traffic this way.
There's more, but it's easier to control off those two rails because you got longer side or longer bottom rail.
When you're leaving the 1 ball, you're pushing it more towards the 5. Yeah, it was traffic, but she didn't get there.
Nope. Underhit a little bit.
And I think her gut instinct was right there. Just go the other way. She changed her mind.
You like going off to the right?
Yeah, I would have went off of our right side of the 1 ball, her left side. The reason she didn't want to do that was because it was pushing the 1 to the left. And she was worried it might leak out. So she went the other way and pushed the 1 towards the 5-6. That's a misplayed save from Rachel there. She's definitely going to be in jail this time.
Yeah.
Vero's going to stick her right on that 5 ball.
Did she get there though?
Yeah, she did. She, I believe, did. I don't know if Rachel can even see the edge of this ball.
So on this shot, you're going to use this bottom rail, but are you going to go 2 rails to hit the 1?
I think I just go 1 because then I can use the
Send it up
3.
behind the 3?
Yeah, use the 3 for cover here. It's a pretty natural angle if you hit the 1 full. I think she gave that one the hit and hope.
Yeah.
I never recommend.
The hit and hope?
I think you have
Sometimes it's necessary, but
sometimes you have no other choice, but I feel like you should always try to figure something out and play some sort of educated shot. I don't often recommend just bashing at it and hoping something good happens. It's officially summer in Texas, says Patrick. It's 42 degrees Celsius. That's like 120 or something Fahrenheit.
that's craziness.
Vero misplayed that one a little. Now she's got a funny shot on the 2. So I think she has to play this off the 3.
And so when you're playing this shot, you just roll through the 2, knowing that the 3 ball's going to kind of push down table, but a nice pocket weight shot.
You know, on second glance, I think the safe is the right shot. I think it's fairly easy to just roll onto the 3 here. As long as you keep the cue ball out of the pocket, get the 2 to the rail.
I don't know if she got there.
Nah, she misplayed the angle a little bit. She was just worried about scratching there. That's
Yeah.
why she hit it a little too full. Not the easiest of shots, but Rachel has a shot here. I think safety's probably the right play. You could cut this in and swing around, but it's pretty risky. She did well there.
She did. She's going to...
Vero could jump this ball in, but she's jacked up over the 6. Makes it real tough. I think we'll still see her try the jump, but that's assuming she does jump. I haven't seen her jump very much.
No, I don't know if I've seen her jump yet. She's calling the kick to the corner. The 1 rail kick, but off being hampered by that 6. This is not easily executed.
Yeah, this
She's
is.
going to have to hit this well.
She's got to mass 8 a little, I think. The problem is the jump is just so tough. Oh, she touched it. She touched it. Well, she can technically afford 1 mistake, being up 2-0.
Still not the easiest of table runouts, the way that those balls lie. But again, as we've seen all weekend with these ladies when they foul, they never need anybody to say anything. They just pick it up and give it. Such great sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's very refreshing to see. So good chance for Rachel to get a game on the board here. This is really the only key shot, is the 4 to the 5 right now. The 6 to the 7 looks tough at first glance, but if you get good on the 5, you'll get good on the 6. And you can get up table fairly easy.
Well, again, I'm stuck in a position I can't see the table. Vera was sitting in front of me here, and
It's the 6 on the closest to the bottom right. The 8's closest to the middle.
that's the 7 up top.
That's the 7 up top.
What's this?
That's the 8. That's the 6. But she's getting funny on this 5.
Go past that 6 to the bottom right.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of room. It's actually closer to the 9 covering it than the 6. She can cut this in though. Or she can play safe if she doesn't like cutting it in, and it's going to be a lot tougher with the rest that she's reaching for here, the rake. Yeah, she went with just the safe, but I think she misplayed it. I'm pretty sure she can see this ball. They're both looking like it's pretty tight.
That is very tight.
I think if nothing else, Vero can just spin this a little bit. Maybe just a little bit of a swerve, or not even. Maybe just enough siding to throw the ball in when you hit it thin.
Oh, she got right down into that. That tells me she's got a good angle on this.
The problem is the shape on the 6. When you play this with heavy inside spin, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, no. It's the 10 first.
So she's actually on 2 fouls now.
She is.
So I wonder if Rachel's going to play the 3rd one, and it looks like that's what she's looking at right away. And I definitely like this play. I mean, it's fairly routine to run out here, but there's no reason to make 6 balls if you don't have to. You can just play 1 shot and win the game.
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to play perfect position and run 6 balls out. You just play 1 good safe and the game is over. And I think this way is correct, and you get right on the 9-10. If you can sort of freeze her on the 10, then you take away all the rails too. Well, this way can definitely work as well. She can freeze on the 6, and you're going to take away a lot of rails. The theory is you don't want to leave her a 1 rail hit.
That's right.
Which she didn't.
Nope.
Because the 8 blocks the 1 rail to the left. The 6 blocks the 1 rail to the right.
So are you going to go 2 rails down from the bottom right?
Yeah, I think you have to hit this bottom rail, and then you have to hit the right-hand side rail.
With some inside juice.
You could go the other way, actually. I might prefer to go the other way. Bottom rail, left-hand side rail, and you might actually pot it if you hit it.
And either way, you're hampered, right? Whether you do it off the bottom right-hand side, because you got to use the bridge.
She's gonna try to make the spin change the angle here. It's a tough shot.
That's a really tough shot.
Yeah, that's game.
Game, set, match.
Oh, I don't think Rachel knew she was on 2.
Wow.
Because she touched the ball. Remember? She
Yes.
touched it when she was bridging over. Then she fouled.
Yeah.
And she fouled again.
Yeah.
So now does she go for the 3 foul? The 4 foul? It's important to try to remember what's happened in previous shots. You definitely have to keep in mind what your opponent is on. And now she's looking at maybe just running out.
Interesting.
No, she is going to play another safe here. Oh, she won the Division 2 event in January of 2017. Susan Williams, she beat in the final. Susan's a great player too. It's a good win. It is 3 fouls in a row. 3 consecutive fouls, not 3 fouls during one game. It has to be 3 consecutive fouls. 3 shots in a row.
What a nice shot that Bernie just made on that other table.
Yeah, I'm really surprised what Rachel's doing here.
Yeah.
If she had intentions to run out, she could have possibly done that from the previous ball in hand. It's possible she just really didn't like where the 8 is, and now the 8's in sort of a better spot close to the 7. If she gets good shape on the 7 here, she'll get out, I'm sure. Gotta love these YouTube names. Super Big Bad Man 2. Oh, now she played it safe on the 6. Good shot. And now she tells her she's on 2, but it's not going to matter. She's got an easy 1 rail hit here.
Yeah. That's actually already done.
Just tell her she's on 3.
This is actually 4.
Yeah, this will be the 4th one if she doesn't hit it. I'm fairly certain she's hitting this one.
Yeah.
And I think she could try to bank that 6 down table here near the middle diamond on the bottom rail. Play a containing safe. Or
just hit it.
Or just try to kick it in.
Yeah, right?
Well, she's fairly
She didn't
fortunate.
miss that by much.
She's fairly fortunate she didn't scratch in the side there.
Yeah,
That would have been devastating.
that would have been.
That would have been the 4th foul and the loss of game.
But now she starts over.
Yeah. So hopefully if Rachel does go back and watch this after, my advice would be just really try to make sure you always know where your opponent is. So whether they're on 1 foul, 2 fouls, you gotta really be sure. And if you're not sure, ask your opponent. They won't lie to you.
Yeah.
Well, especially not these girls.
No.
They don't have a lie in them.
No. They've been playing very, very, very high level sportsmanship.
Yeah, super honest. So do we call it sportswomanship? I think it has to be called sportswomanship, right?
Sportswomanship. If we want to be politically correct.
I was trying to be politically correct yesterday.
Yes.
I'm like sitting talking with Melissa. Like sportswomanship? Because I know if I was a woman, I would sort of be offended by sportsmanship, right?
I don't know. I don't think it. My opinion is this: when you say sportsmanship, it really doesn't have anything to do with gender. It's simply a coined term.
Absolutely. Oh no, look at this. She's rattled the ball. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that could give Vero a 3-0 lead.
Absolutely.
She could easily run away with this. She's such a talented player. You let her have a sniff. Let her get a little confidence under her belt.
Yeah.
She's tough to catch. Oh no, Con missed
the 10 ball.
Yeah, that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
She scratched on one and she missed one. We saw a little bit of that yesterday with Emmeline. Can't be missing those 10 balls.
Well, we saw that yesterday with Con as well. She missed 4 10 balls.
That was Emmeline that missed 4.
Was it?
Yeah. But then, like, the girl is just so smart and so, down to earth.
Yeah.
The first thing she said after was she was like, if I made them all, then I probably wouldn't even play this game.
That's right.
Like, just genius. Most people would just be mentally exploding. And instead, she just took it for what it was.
Not sure if that one's gonna fly.
No, probably not. Dave Dolder. Nice regular YouTube tag there. Very good.
Yeah.
Probably his actual name, which is very refreshing as opposed to Super Big Bad Man 2. So 3-1 for Bernie over there. And 2-0 for Vero, but she misplayed this safe a little bit. I don't know if this will cut in the side.
It's close.
Are these 9-foot valleys? Yeah, absolutely. No, these are gold crown threes. Some of the best tables ever made. Some of the first times they ever had ball return, which was like a pool player's dream. That you didn't have to do a full lap around the table after every game.
Right. Oh, it did cut into the side. Very well done.
Yeah, she played a really good shot there.
And like we've seen all weekend, these tables, the pockets play extremely tight.
Oh no. Oh no, she's missed the 10 ball.
Oh no.
That could be literally the beginning of the end. I think a 3-0 lead for Vero is going to be very tough to come back.
James says political correctness is for whiners and politicians. I don't know if I would go quite that far. I believe in some political correctness, but not extreme.
So Rachel's done exactly what she needed to do here, which was run out of the pool room as fast as you can.
Yes.
Go to the bathroom, get some water,
Yes.
recenter yourself before it's too late.
Yeah. And I think she may suffer from the same thing that I do, in that morning pool is just not there for me.
And the more you talk about it, the worse it is, trust me.
Yes.
I had to talk myself out of it and just quit saying it. And then
Yeah.
eventually I started playing better morning pool.
Well, I'm allowed to say it because I'm not playing.
You're
right
not
now.
playing in this event, yeah.
But morning pool is just terrible for me.
But pool's such a mental game
It really is.
that even though you're not playing in this event, you're just reinstilling that you hate morning pool.
Well, I'm allowed to say it when I'm not playing in an event. When I play in an event, then I try to psych myself out. But when I'm sitting here and I don't have to play in the event, I hate morning pool.
Well, my advice for you would be stop saying it. It's such a funny game like that. Just those little things can make a world of difference too. Just one little mental twitch.
I have lots of mental twitches. Have you not noticed?
Yeah, I have noticed. Me too, though. I just
Well,
hide mine better.
Of course you.
I just mask.
Do you think we could do what we do and not have mental twitches?
Yeah, definitely. So that was actually a legitimate question from Super Big Bad Man.
What's that?
He says, "Oh, okay, they didn't look like diamonds." So he actually thought maybe these were 9-foot valleys. Not quite. They are Brunswick gold crowns. Beautiful tables.
They are.
So Khan missed the 7.
And Bernie making it look easy.
Yeah, Bernie played a great shot there, and that's a shot you don't see people play very often, is come around the opposite side of the ball and leave the cut. Often people are trying to get around it and get straight in or something when you don't need to.
And I think she's got to go over and back here.
Yeah, just like that.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a 4-1
Perfect.
lead.
Perfect. And guys, if your Facebook is cutting out a little bit, it is due to the internet. And just bear with it. It'll skip and pop and jump. Then it'll correct itself out again. And we'll give a shout out to one of our sponsors back in Calgary and surrounding areas. It is the Mike Burton Home Team. If you check out their Facebook page, they do have weekly listings and weekly open houses. Truly the best in the business. If you're in need of buying, selling, or a mortgage, give them a call.
And so, Kevin, our next stream will be...
Stampede Bar Box.
Is that July 7th or somewhere around there?
That's first weekend in July. Let me tell you right now.
No problem, Dave. I'm getting better at pronouncing names. I get to have lots of practice.
It is July 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, I was so close.
You were very close.
I had the last day right. Oh, yeah. There's Patrick's advice to Grant is to find a pool room that's open at 7 a.m. and start being there every day at that time.
Not a chance.
Then he said, let me know how that works out, by the way.
Yeah, I can tell you it's not going
Actually, so that's what you should do, because you don't need a pool room. You have one in your basement.
to. Yes.
So you should wake up at 9, maybe like 3 days a week.
Okay, here's the thing. It's not just pool. It's just mornings. I can get up in the morning. I can be happy. And I can be cheery. But I don't want to think. Right? And my regular job I've done for long enough that when I go to work, I don't have to think. And it's the whole thinking thing. So
Well,
it's
but
not
that's
just pool.
but that's where you have to train your mind, right?
Yeah, if I was wanting to be a pro player,
I thought you wanted to be a better player, Grant.
I do.
I actually need you to be a better player,
Why do
believe
you-
it or not.
Why?
Well, I can't have you teaching my students if you're going around telling them how much morning pool sucks. And I don't want to think in the morning.
I think I play at a high enough level that I'd be okay there. I'm just not Ben Francis speed.
And yes, Jeff, we are on Facebook too, although you're probably talking to Scrappy Doodle. And you already know we're on Facebook. Yeah, they do almost look like Valley Cat logos on the corner from the camera view, but they definitely are not. Oh. It's ball in hand for Con. She really needs to start moving here. She definitely has to get out here, but the 8-ball's in such a weird spot. 7 to the 8's going to be a big problem. So she's just eyeing up exactly where she wants to be on the 7 because she's going to have to get behind the 8 to play the 8 in the top right. Potentially she could play the 8 in the bottom left, but it's a very small window to get into there. It looks like she's landed very nearly perfect here. She may just be able to go forward to that middle diamond on the bottom right side cushion. That should give her a shot at the 8 in the bottom left. As she tried to go into it, she's getting a shot on the side here, or the corner, depending what she likes. Steven brings up a good point there. So it's like morning pool is 2 steps behind finals in most cases, which is very true. And especially in this case, this is a morning match that's 3 matches before the finals. Very, very important matches here. Oh, look at the shot from Khan. Punches it in the side, draws to the right side rail. She's going to need to come with another good one here, though. Patrick says he's been working from 7 a.m. till noon without thinking for several years. It works pretty well.
It does.
Well, so that could be it, too. Maybe
Yeah,
you need to play and just not think in the morning.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Because I play well when I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Maybe
when
that's the key.
it's when I'm thinking too much that I play terrible.
Yeah. Well, and let's be honest. As much as I hate morning pool, that doesn't mean it translates to me playing bad in the morning. Um, it's actually quite the reverse. I've played better in the morning than I have in the afternoons.
So it's definitely all in your head.
No, I just don't like morning pool. It's just the
Fair
way
enough.
it is. It's not that I play bad or yada yada.
Well, maybe this Jacoby Black will help your mornings. Maybe you'll start playing better in the morning with the Jacoby Black.
Well, no, because I just said.
I heard you.
Didn't
It's
play
okay.
bad in the morning.
We covered that topic.
We did.
We're over it. Yeah, the stream is definitely a little better on YouTube here, Jeff. That is correct.
James Grant, you think? Very seldom do I think. I try not to. Thinking is a bad thing. Just do it. One way or the other. Just do it.
That's funny. Drinking before 10 a.m. does not mean you're an alcoholic. It means you're a pirate. Very good.
Wow.
Yeah, Con got out really good in that last rack, and she needed a big one there.
She did.
She did not want to be going down 5-1. What a shot by Vero.
Yeah, a little under hit, but not terrible at all. This should pose no problem.
Yeah, she's going to pot this and go up 4-0. I like how she's taking her time here. She's got the eye of the tiger going on. She can smell blood.
Absolutely.
Definitely smelling blood. Another shout out to one of our sponsors, JB Cases, guys. Protection your Q deserves, design you desire.
Phenomenal cases. We got ours from Mr. John Barton. You might have heard him doing some guest commentating while we were at ACS Las Vegas.
Contact us for details if you're looking at getting your hands on one of those.
Yeah, we got a couple of different referral codes that you can use. One says, hey, I heard about JB Cases through Q Sports Live. And the other is to get, when you do order your case, you can put the Q Sports Live logo on there, should you want it on there, for no charge.
It's a good shot. This is a great shot from Bernie. She's going to want to make sure she gets a little angle on this 4. Just don't want to end up straight in here. And she punched into that 8 ball to hold for the angle. That's well done. Now she has the choice to play the 5 in the top left or try to spin and play the 5 in the left-hand side. I think the safer play is just to shape the top left corner.
I think so too. I think you are correct.
Just don't do more than you have to, right?
She's going side. And man, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Very flirtatious with that 7 ball.
That 7 definitely could have came into play there. We should pair John Barton with Carlos Barbosa
Oh my God.
for commentator team.
Yeah,
That would be very entertaining.
that would be epic.
2 people that never stop talking. They would just be talking over each
Oh,
other
yeah,
the whole
It
time.
would just be a mishmash of words. And they'd both be talking more or less to themselves.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Talking over each other and talking 2 completely different topics and talking over each other.
We'll have Carlos doing some commentary during the CSL Invitational.
Absolutely, we will.
Carlos is great at commentary.
He is. And I'll tell you, talk about a handful of energy.
Well, and his game knowledge is great, too.
It really is. Yeah. Well, he's a great player. He's a really great player.
Carlos and I, for years, have got along really well. So often we'll sit alongside each other watching a match and kind of break it down to each other, and he's never wrong. He knows every shot.
That's crazy.
And I've played Carlos more times than I can count.
See, and I like to maybe look at all the options, right? Because there's so many different ways to run a table. And yes, there's definitely higher percentage shots. There's a few different ways that you could achieve the same result.
Especially in 8-ball.
Yeah.
I find in 8-ball there's so many options. In 9-ball,
Yeah.
10-ball, the options are very...
They're limited.
It's very... I wouldn't say obvious, but it's kind of
Self-explanatory.
more exactly that.
Yeah.
That's the 2 words, not 1 word I was looking for, but 2 words, self-explanatory. Yeah, they tend to
Well,
be
and
more
that's-
cut and dry.
It's one of the challenges that we have as doing commentary on 9-ball, 10-ball, because really you're going from the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5, and guess what's after that, to the 6, then probably to the 7
Well,
to the 8.
Depending what ball you made on the break, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you get to skip one in between.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's really confusing,
Then,
right?
yeah, well, yeah. Throws us for a loop.
So is she going to bank this ball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Miss pro side.
That's a very, very good shot. That's so well controlled. Very underappreciated shot, that one. Yeah, Facebook's acting up a little.
It is, and that's just because of the internet connection. Again, we are running on the Wi-Fi connection here at Hard Times Billiards, and every now and again it decides to show us that it is the boss.
It is the boss. So is Khan going to chip this and try to leave it there and get safe?
Well, we've seen her execute this shot a few times extremely well.
Yeah, she sees the edge of the ball well.
She really does, but I think she's overhit that.
I think she was trying to go behind the 10 or possibly even behind the 8 there.
Yeah. I think she caught just a little too much of that 7 ball. And Vero's looking good on the other table.
Yeah, Vero's at the table looking at going up 5-0, and let me tell you, she's got that look in her eyes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
She
She
knows.
smells the blood.
And nothing away from Rachel here. She's had a fantastic tournament.
She really has.
And
First look at her.
Like we were referring to, these first matches of the day are just so tough. Trying to settle into the pocket size and the speed of the table. Yeah, we could have hardwired in here, Steven.
We definitely could have.
We figured we'll try the Wi-Fi. And it's actually not working too bad. I think it's
Well,
doing
and
the job.
Ben's trying to be polite. One of us forgot to bring perhaps the internet line.
Well, we could have easily just went and got one.
We could
They're
have.
cheap enough, but I think the Wi-Fi is doing the trick, so we're not worrying about it. Oh,
Well, Ben's trying to be nice and polite. It's me. I forgot the darn or the wired connection.
and the remote for the PTZ.
Nope,
but
nope, that's not my fault. That one's not my fault.
well,
It's not. Don't even. Because that's always in the same spot. It's never changed. It's never been different. Therefore, why would I have checked that?
so it looks like Vero missed the 10 ball to go up 5-0.
Oh, is that the CSL turning point?
Could be. Except Rachel missed it back, but she's only left a bank, but I would expect Vero to make the bank.
Either the bank or another containing safety.
And I'll switch you guys over to this table because Bernie is just waiting for Vero to clear the path so she could shoot the 8 ball. So we'll let you watch this bank shot. I think we'll see Vero take on this bank. Oh, she's going to play it in the bottom right as a 2-way.
No, Stephen. The control for the PTZ, that ain't my fault. The wireless.
Oh, my
or
goodness.
oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Banks are open for Vero on Sundays.
What a shot she just played there. That
The-
is super impressive shot.
The internet line, yes, that is my fault.
Yeah, I don't blame you for assuming that the remote would be in the box where it always is, that's for sure. I would have done the exact same thing. I would have never.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Would have never
I would have
looked.
never checked there. I would have just thought, okay, we got the PTZ because it stays in the same box and the remote's in the box as well. But I never checked for it.
I definitely would have made the exact same mistake. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
So Bernie with a chance to go up 5-2 here if she can shape this 10.
Mr. Jim Orzel, how are you?
Yeah, it is. It's afternoon in Sacramento now, too.
It sure is.
Oh, that's misplayed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see if the banks are open for Bernie.
Yeah, I think she could bank this in the side and sort of draw the cue ball down to the bottom rail.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, if you miss the bank, possibly...
You're leaving it long.
Yeah, you're leaving it long, leaving the cue ball on the beach. So I think after this rack, I'm going to run to the washroom quick. Since I drank that peach juice this morning, has worked its way through. Yeah, this is in.
It's in there.
Oh, I thought it was in.
Came up a little short.
I think we both thought that was in.
I thought it was in right from her pulling the trigger.
Yeah, there you go. Shot review. That's the best thing, Steven, is record yourself. Go back and watch. Like I mention all the time, I often go back and watch to see what I did right, not to see what I did wrong.
Absolutely.
I want to reinstill the things that I did right, and that helps with my confidence.
So from downtown straight to the heart of the pocket. Not an easy shot.
Yeah, it's very tough on these tight pockets.
Oh, and puts it directly in the heart of the pocket.
That's a really big shot, too.
That's
really big
huge.
point in the match.
Yeah.
Another shout out to one of our great sponsors, advertisers, the Thumper Jump Brake Cue. They say it jumps like an IQ, brakes like a BK Rush. I say it does both well better.
That thing is phenomenal. You'll see myself, Ben Francis, Ryan Epp, Joel Spence,
John Pay Pompey, Joanne Ashton.
Mm-hmm. All of those guys will be using that T3. We do get a deal on them, so if you are looking to get your hands on one, send us a message to the page. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know how you can do that.
And yes, Kevin, you may be going through CSL withdrawal next weekend.
Well, we maybe should go live for a Q&A.
I most definitely cannot. I wasn't even supposed to be here this weekend because I have to deal with some stuff at home, but if Ryan is feeling better, possibly you and Ryan could do the Q&A.
Steph and I could do a Q&A.
Yeah, you and Steph could do it from home even.
We could.
A pool table in your basement. You guys are living the dream. I've always wished I had my own pool table. People often...
All you have to do, Ben, is kick out Steven and Laurel.
Yeah, I tried that.
And then you can move in.
I did try that. Didn't go over so well.
They didn't like that plan?
Not really, no. I'm going to bring it up to them again, though. You guys have any plan for moving out or getting your own place? But people often ask me that. You must have grew up with a pool table in your basement.
No.
Never did I have a table in my basement.
No, and I didn't when I grew up. It's just something as an adult that I made sure that we had.
All right, guys, I'm just going to run to the washroom quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vero with the rare open table miss, but does get the good side. Gets the better side of that. I believe it will cut past that 8 ball. I'm not sure that she's going to try that, though. She might just chip off the right side of that 3 ball. Bring that cue ball down table and leave. She'll do it the other way. Use the 8 to stop the 3 is what I might do. It didn't quite work out that way. I think I might have gone the other way. Chip off the other side and bring the cue ball down off the right-hand side rail, ending up on the bottom rail. use the 7-9 as the blockers. Look out, 6-ball. She might have just got there off that rub off the 6-ball, so the 4 will cut down into this bottom right-hand corner. She's going to have to put a good stroke here and avoid that left side pocket. And absolute perfection. What a great shot. So to the 6-ball, fairly routine, fairly natural. 5 into the top left. Cue ball off that top rail. 6-ball into the top right-hand corner. And a little bit under hit there. She definitely wanted some angle, but just a little bit under hit. It should still work out. The only thing is it does bring into play that left-hand side pocket. So she might just shoot this as pocket weight. Indeed. Very risky. Great shot, but she took a little bit of a risk there. She hit that weight perfect. 8-ball top left again, same type of thing. Doesn't need to do a whole lot. You can pretty much hit and stick this ball. And she kind of had the chicken wing happen, which happens to absolutely everybody. I've done that more often than not. So that will give Rachel an opportunity to get on the board here. Yeah, Stephen, Facebook has gone a little bit goofy, but it will correct itself. Seems to happen every 40 minutes or so. Maybe every half hour today, where the internet reminds us who's boss. Great shot. Hit that with confidence. Little overhit, but that will work. And as you can see, Vero, really good sportsmanship there. Gets right out of the line of sight for Rachel. So she's going to have to come with a good shot here. Shooting out of a pocket. And I think she is dead straight. So she's going to have to jack up and spear this ball in. Oh, maybe she's got a little bit of angle. So it looks like she's going to try to top this out. Tries to cheat a little bit, but has left it for Vero. She can either cut this into the right-hand side pocket, go around a couple of rails, or she can play the bank, hit and stick. And looks like she is looking at the cut. Possibly 3 rails. Indeed. And again, lots of room. And right to the rail. And again, Rachel showing the same respect, moving out of the line of the shot. Yeah, Kevin, we're actually live in a couple of different spots with Q Sports Live. So we've got Lance Bromeland in BC. Great shot by Vero. Puts herself on the hill. So Lance Bromeland is live in BC. And then we have Rod Arriagata in Winnipeg. And guys, for anybody that is interested in doing some advertising with Q Sports Live, we do have sponsorship and advertising opportunities available. That is for the Q Sports Live Invitational. That's happening August 2 to 5, where you can be part of the show and be seen around the world. That will be a very, very, very highly anticipated event happening in Calgary. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry about that. Just had tournament director come over and asking when we get down to one table if we had a preference, and we don't. Whichever one they want to use. And guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out, hit that share button. We are final day for the NAPT West Coast Challenge. We are live from Hard Times Billiards, Sacramento, California. And looks like the other table has taken a break, so we'll zip back over here to Veronique and Rachel. And it is Rachel at the table, trying to get on the board. Vero is on the hill. And you might see her try the carom cue ball off the 3 into the 10. Maybe does it cut past? It does. So 4 ball in no man's land. Chip off the right side of the 4. Cue ball off 2 rails. Used a 5-6 as cover. And unfortunately splits the window between that 5-6. Does leave the 4 on. So an opportunity to Vero, or for Vero, to close out the match. Great shot, comes underneath. And 5 balls, she can hit this to the top right hand corner, touch a right hand if she wants, come back up table, put the 6 in the right, or go around 2 rails using left hand spin. Left hand spin it is. So 6 into the top right hand corner. Lots of bottom right, off the rail, put the 7 ball into the right hand side pocket. So she wants to come back down right in line with her cue that she's on right now. And gotta complete the first step first. Gotta make the shot first, shape second. And at this point, Rachel's kind of free stroking. I would, my mentality when I'm down like this, I'm just gonna free stroke everything. Oof. Side pocket almost came into play there. It looks like she's looking at back cutting the 7 ball, maybe playing around the 10 ball, 2 rails for the 8. And into the heart, hit that really well. And we'll see there's 2 ways that you can play this 8 ball. You can kind of stick underneath for the 9 ball into the top, Or I almost prefer playing this 8-ball using the end rail. So cue ball off the end rail and going back up and putting the 9 into the same pocket. But we'll see how she plays it. So she chose to stay underneath, and fairly natural for a 9 up into the top right-hand corner, a little bit of top. Really don't have to do a lot with the cue ball here. But all my attention is going into this 9-ball. This should be your game-winning shot to put Rachel on the board. Beautiful shot. So to get herself on the board. Well done. And a little bit of celebrating. Oh yeah, here it comes. Perfect. All right, guys, and coming soon for the first announcement of the Q Sports Live Lions Den. And we will announce who and what that is within the next week or two. Probably into August is when we'll really start releasing information on exactly what that is. But we'll jump over here to Bernie and Con. I can't quite tell what their score is. And it looks like it's 5-3 for Bernie. Good morning, Todd. Thank you for tuning in. So Con at the table, shooting the 4-ball side pocket. Gotta control that cue ball here. Just a nice pocket weight shot. And decides to try to go long with it. And the other side pocket gets hungry, eats up that cue ball. That will give Bernie the opportunity to get herself on the hill. Take a 6-3 lead. 5-ball bottom left. She can come back out for the 6 into the left side. Gets on to the wrong side of the 6, so probably go around 2 or 3 rails. Put the 8-ball into the bottom right-hand corner. Gotta go, though. A little bit under hit, but really nothing to worry too much about. 8-ball into the bottom right. Gotta watch that bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if the playoff into the 10 is possible. I think she's got too much of a cut angle to go into this 10-ball, so you do have to watch that bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, and I don't blame her. Great shot. Very, very well done. Might have to bring out the rest here. And chop this in with some bottom right hand. Could go forward too, I guess. I kind of like drawing this. Draw it right up that right hand side of the side rail. no. The big thing that, well, there's two. There was two really, really, really big things for pool. One of which has gone by the wayside. That was one of the ones that we were going to work in conjunction with another company on, and unfortunately, that is no longer going to happen. So the second one is still something that is in the works, but again, it's a little bit down the line, so we won't go too much into detail as to what that is. However, when it does come out, we will certainly be happy to let you know what that is. But the Lions Den, we will kind of release more information as that kind of comes available. I just put up the teaser poster for the Lions Den. Looks like Ben Francis is back with us.
Oh, I'm as excited about that as anyone.
Mm-hmm. So to kind of give you a little bit of a teaser as to what the Lions Den is, it is another way that Q Sports Live will be supporting players in the game.
It's actually 5-4 on this table, so Bernie's shooting this 10 to go up 6-4.
Well done.
Yeah, she fires it in with a little authority. Get herself on the hill.
Absolutely. And we'll give a shout out to one of our other sponsors here. It is Bob Danielson Custom Cues, home of the SS360. And in our opinion, if you're going to stay into the maple side and not convert over to the carbon fiber shafts, this is the one to do it. Phenomenal hitting cue.
Go check him out online, guys. bdcuesandcomics.com. Comics with an X.
And I think now that Ben's back, I will go and check and see if the temperature has risen a little outside. So I'll leave you in the hands of Mr. Francis, and I'll be right back.
That's a great hit from Rachel there, and she got the better of it. Hasn't left Veronique a makeable shot, but I think we'll see her just flick the side of this and use the 9 for cover. She's going to need to get her rest out here, though. She's got a nice little custom rest there, more of a snooker style with the X. So just a little running English, trying to hide behind the 9 here. Well, she got the 5 ball right. She didn't get the cue ball where she wanted it, but she got the speed on the 5 correct. I think Rachel could potentially kick off that left-hand side rail, hit the 5, and try to use the 10 for cover here. Not easy to execute, but probably the correct shot. And she's looking at this bottom rail, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of. Now she's looking at 2 rails. Yeah, there you go, Kevin. Since we don't have a bus, maybe get a plane. That would be good too. CSL jet. She called the 10 ball here. Well, she didn't call the side. Well, let's see if Vero can close it out here. Up 6-1. And Rachel did really well in the last frame to get a game on the board. She ran out those balls real nice. Made a great shot on the 9, long shot on the 9 all the way past the side. And a fantastic shot from Vero there. She landed very nearly perfect on this 8 ball. Really just one more good shot required. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate that. We can't do it without you guys. You guys are what makes it all work. So Vero's going to need the rest again here, the rake. I don't think she can just stop this. I think she needs to either just super slow roll it, or she needs to go forward with a little bit of inside spin to check it over. And she's absolutely perfect. So this 10 ball, close out this match. Send her through to the final 4. She'll play the winner of Con and Bernie. And congratulations to Vero, and congratulations to Rachel on a very well played tournament. I am extremely impressed by that young lady's level of play. It's the first time we've seen her play.
Let's hear it for Rachel Lang. Great tournament.
I think she should be happy with 5th, 6th finish in this field full of world beaters. And here's what these ladies are playing for. And let me tell you, the NAPT does a fantastic job with these trophies. And this is definitely a really nice one that I would love to get my hands on. So I'll switch you guys back over to watch the conclusion of Bernie and Con. If we're gonna travel by private jet, you've lost touch with us beyonds. Very good, Dave. I don't think we'll be traveling by private jet anytime in the near future, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. So Khan can't afford any more mistakes here. She needs to clean up these 4 balls and get it to 6-5. And yeah, don't worry, Patrick. I'll never lose touch with the little people. I am one of the little people still, and always will be. So the winner of this match will play Veronique Menard in the 4th place spot, and at the same time we will have the A-side final between Eleanor Collado, Melissa Herndon. Oh, Dave, come on now. We will not touch on that subject. We will stay unbiased on that one. So let's see if Khan tries to hold this ball. Or if she tries to come across and shoot the 10 in the same pocket. And she's coming across. Oh, and she got a favorable little rub there. Otherwise she was going to have a much thinner cut on that 10 than she has. And yes, Kevin, it would be filled with Kit Kats. That's a great shot there from Khan. That gets it to 6-5. This is a close match. And we are at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento, California. If you've never made it out to this room, put it on your bucket list, guys. This is one of the most famous rooms in the country, if not in the continent. And if you do make it down, make sure you tell Oscar and Desiree that you heard about Hard Times Billiards from Q Sports Live. Beautiful pool room here. So Bernie with the break to try to finish this match off. She does not want to lose this game and have this match go hill. So she'll be giving it everything she's got in this one. And look at this break. That is one of the better breaks we've seen the whole tournament. She got super unlucky that the 4 got in the way of the 1. Not easy to push to a spot where you're going to have your opponent give it back. We'll see what she does here. Often I like to push into a jump shot here, but this might be one of the spots where the jump is going to be too tough. So I think we'll see her push to the top rail. She's going to push to the opposite side rail. I see what she did there. She moved the 3 out of the way. That's one less ball that Khan could hide her behind. She goes for the bank side with the 2-way cue ball, and she's got it. She's got the 2-way cue ball right in the jaws. It's not a bad shot at all. Let's see if Bernie can find a good safe here. The 1 will pass through the 10-9 into the bottom right, but I'm not sure if she has enough of it to cut it in there, so we'll see if maybe she thins it and tries to get the cue ball up table again. She has called it in, which tells me possibly she does have enough to cut it or possibly play it off of the edge of the 9 with a 2-way cue ball here. She'll try to send the cue ball all the way up table. That's a fantastic shot. Really, really well played, and never played the 2-way cue ball. She had only the intentions of making that ball. And Kevin, yes, the Turtle Rack is the official rack sponsor of the NAPT. And what do I prefer, Turtle, Magic, or the Triangle? I actually prefer the Triangle because I think there's a skill to racking. The next best thing to that is the Turtle Rack, which in my opinion is much, much better than the Magic Rack for many reasons, but the main reason being that the balls tend to not stay on the rack. I would think only about once out of every 10 breaks does a ball stay on that Turtle Rack. Yeah, there you go, Patrick. Turtle for 10 ball, Triangle for late night beer infused 8 ball. So is Khan gonna go 2-rail path here, back and forth? Looks like it. Watch out for that side pocket. She's okay. That's why I like the 3-rail angle there. It takes away both side pockets. But everyone has their preference on that shot. You'll see a lot of players play it the way she did. She stood up a little bit there. I don't think she stayed as still as she usually does on those shots. And yeah, James got that right. That's a beautiful trophy. Like I said, NAPT does a great job rewarding these ladies for their efforts. I did manage to get a look at the payouts as well. Took a picture on my phone of those. So I can inform you guys that first place is $3,180. Second is $2,120. Third is $1,590. Fourth, $1,060. And fifth, sixth, which we just saw Rachel finish in, is $920. $28. Seems like a bit of a random number, but 7th, 8th, 662. 9 through 12, $530. So first prize money, 9th through 12th, is double your entry fee, which is very, very great. And a little over $3,000 for the winner is a pretty good 3 days work, in my opinion. Yeah, and speaking of NAPT's integrity, they guarantee that there's at least $5,000 added to these events, regardless of the size of the field. And in Chicago last year, they added $10,000 to a 13-player field. And that gives you a little bit of an idea of the integrity of NAPT. Meanwhile, Kahn with ball in hand on the 8. Just a stop shot here, stop shot on the 9. Shoot the 10 to get this to Hill. And welcome back, Monty. We'll see if she comes with just a little bit of a stun follow here, but I think just a stun shot is fine. Just that 2 inches of stun follow, she hit perfect. Got Mr. Zemp back in the house.
Yeah, looks like I missed a little bit of a comeback here.
Yeah, from down 6-4, she's got it to 6-6.
Very well done. The Wrath of Khan. We'll give a shout out to one of our sponsors here. It is the Sure Shot Billiards site. Genius little device. It should be in the hands of just about every player out there. Can always help your game with real-time information. And if you visit sureshotbilliardsite.com, use the promo code CSLPOOL, all capital letters, you can get a 10% discount.
So it looks like Khan's going to take a quick washroom break and try to compose herself for this biggest game of the tournament so far. Hill action. Sheer jam up. And one of my personal favorite sponsors, Nick's Q Repair, also known as Nick's Q Innovation. This guy just does the highest quality work I've ever seen.
He's a genius.
And at such fair prices as well. So you could give him a call, shoot him a text. If you are outside the Calgary area, you can ship him your Q. He will do the necessary repairs and ship it back to you.
Absolutely. That guy fixes stuff that is impossible to fix.
And again, the trophy these ladies are playing for
Some
is
nice
gorgeous.
hardware for sure. To go along with some pretty decent money.
I was just telling the fans about the prize money.
Yeah, really, really nice money.
Juicy.
Sign me up, please.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in, coach. Even though I don't play 9-foots, for that kind of money,
You'll learn.
I'll take my chances.
So we're just waiting for Khan to return from the washroom. Bernie's just going to take that opportunity to warm up a little bit here. Play a few practice shots. But Khan is back. And I believe it's her break.
Indeed. Hill action, guys. Here we go.
If you haven't already, click that share button for us, guys. I think at the end of this match, we'll do a shutdown restart before the start of the next matches, which will be
A final.
We'll have the A final. We'll also have the 4th place match, which will be the winner of this versus Veronique Menard. Here we go. This is it. Little fist bump. Good luck to each. And the biggest break of Khan's tournament right here.
Thus far.
thus far. That's a solid hit, but look at this. That's super
That's
unlucky.
really unlucky it got kicked in there.
And the balls all lay fairly nice here, other than maybe the 4 ball, which is beside the 9 on closest to the bottom left. So the 1 to the 2 won't be a problem since she has ball in hand. The 2 to the 3, she'll need a good angle on the 2. The 3
It's
to
actually
the 4 will be
not-
the key shot.
Yeah, it's not an easy run-out table here.
No, this is not ideal for Hill here. Probably
No.
wishing you had a better look than this.
Absolutely. So it actually could work in Khan's favor that if you're going to miss, you miss early.
I mean, the other option would have been to try and hook her again, get another ball in hand. She would have been on 2 fouls. You could have
Absolutely.
potentially tried the 3 foul there. And I actually think I may have tried it.
Just based on table layout.
And I think she could have got the cue ball behind the 5, sent the 1 behind the 8-10, sort of. And if she froze up on the 5 near the rail, she was almost certain to get ball in hand again. And then she would just need to find one more good safety. But she's played good shape on this 3, just a little bit straight. So she'll need to come with a good controlled speed shot here.
She's got to shoot that window. It's a fairly decent sized window, but you want to be sure.
It's really easy to underhit this and
It
come
really
up short
is, yeah.
because you're so worried about the 6 ball coming into play. And that's what she's done. She's come up well short.
Yeah.
So she can see enough of the 4 to make it. But I don't know how good the angle is to come around for the 5. She has to go forward off
Do
2
you just
rails.
roll up here? Kind of take what the table gives you? Take the cut on the 5?
That would be brave. With where the 6 is, you would have to play shape for the 6 in the corner.
Yeah.
And then
I
you'd
just don't
have
like
to,
to try to force this ball, especially with the tight pockets.
well, with the tight pockets, the cut on the 5 will be a lot tougher than forcing this. I think she has to force this, try to miss the 10 with inside English and top. But the 9 was almost in the way, and that's why you saw her overcut that a little. Oh, we'll see if Khan can hold it together. Really only one good shape shot from the 4 to the 5. If she gets good on the 5, she'll get good on the 6.
And from there, it should be fairly routine out.
Yeah, it's all pretty easy from there.
All of the hard work was done. Save this shot.
Yeah, she needs to play a good, controlled draw shot here. Slightly gotten away with. But
Containing miss.
I think we'll see Bernie play a good save here. Possibly just call the top left corner. Send the 4 ball off 2 rails towards the 7. And leave the cue ball down here below the 10. Worst case scenario, you leave a lot of distance if you don't get cover. Yeah, she went 1 rail with the 4. It's a good shot.
Yeah, not terrible for sure.
Like I said, she hasn't got cover, but she hasn't left a makeable pot here other than maybe the long bank in the bottom right. Potentially you could go off the right side of the 4, try to make the 7, but it's such a tough shot, and then you have to control the 4 to get shape.
4 and the cue ball. It's very tough.
I definitely like trying to find the safe shot here. Oh, that's not how she wanted to hit it, but
no. But does
shape.
the 7 come into play here?
It absolutely does. There's definitely no way to avoid rubbing the 7. So she'll need to figure out how she wants to control the rub on the 7, which I think is hit the 4 really thin. With just a touch of inside English, you'll hit the right side of the 7. That should send the cue ball sort of towards the 5. You can shoot the 5 in the lower right next. But very, very tough shot here. Very tough.
Very touchy.
She tried to go the opposite way, but look at where she's put the 7. Right in the way of the 5, so now Khan has to pot this 4 and go in between the 7 and the 5.
Shoot the window. It's going to require a little bit of right hand juicy juice.
You could almost just get there with top, but it is just that touch, just a hair of inside English required there. Look at this.
How good does she hit that?
Yeah, she hit that really, really good.
How about perfect?
And the tough shot here is going to be the 7 to the 8 now. I don't see her having any problem from the 5 to the 6 or the 6 to the 7.
7 to the 8?
That will be the key. Confident stroke there.
Absolutely.
Very well done.
Yeah, well struck.
So I think the play here is just a little bit of inside English. You want to get the cue ball right around center table, and then when you shoot the 7, you want to go around 3 rails. The other option is try to get really straight on the 7 and then just draw
past that side pocket.
But I feel like the pocket plays very small when you're trying to punch it in with that draw. I'd rather try to go around
the world.
Around the angles. This is the key shot, though, is the 6 and getting the proper angle on the 7. If she gets the proper angle on the 7, she should be okay here. Just wants to make sure she's not hampered by a ball, too, which I think she's not.
She's okay.
But that was something definitely to look at there as well, was try to make sure you're not shooting over a ball or cueing near a ball.
It looks like she is going to go forward with running English.
Yeah, that's a really sweet stroke.
Yeah, she hit that perfect.
And a nice angle here. She does have just a little angle where I think she has the option to try to go above the 9, or she can just stay below it and play the 9 in the top left.
Which way do you like?
In this situation, I try to go above it, and just because it's hill and I don't want to have to shoot a long shot if I don't have to. But obviously, if you get straight in on this 9.
Yeah, I don't mind staying below.
Yeah, no matter long or not, if you're straight in, you don't have to do too much.
Yeah.
That's not ideal.
Yeah.
She wanted to use the side rail and go 2 rails around, but she never got to the side rail. Now she's got to come with a big shot here.
Yeah.
I think the cue ball naturally goes into the 10. She may be able to avoid it with a softer stroke, but then you have to watch the bottom right corner.
I think I probably would have stayed below.
Yeah, that was definitely a preference shot there, whether you like trying to get above it or stay below it. I am a big fan of the way she played it just because of the situation, just because it's hill, but she has left herself a tough shot. Yeah, that's a real sweet stroke, and this is going to go right over the hole. How good is that, folks? Oh, and Bernie doesn't make her shoot it.
Wow. She hit that extremely well.
That is very impressive.
That was really well done.
So, congratulations to Bernie Storr on a very strong 5th, 6th finish here in this field full of champions.
Absolutely.
And I think what we'll do here, guys, we'll do a quick shutdown and restart.
Indeed we will.
We'll have the next matches starting in about 5 minutes. So if you haven't already, make sure you click the like button on the Q Sports Live Facebook page. And if you haven't already as well, click the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. That way you get notified every time we go live. So we will be back in about 5 minutes, guys. So make sure you got your notifications turned on.
It's going to be a barn burner. A-side final coming up next.
The A-side final and the 4th place match we'll have at the same time. And as Chris just mentioned, we will be under a shot clock for the
Absolutely.
final 4. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you all in a few minutes' time.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.